Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? It has been an exciting week for me. I don't know about you, but I hope it has been a great week for you too. My name is Njogu. I am a growth and mindset coach whose main goal is to remind everybody, as long as you're watching me, I want to remind you to embrace your uniqueness, to become more self-aware through a mindset shift. My goal is to create one video at a time with the content that speaks volume on the power of positive mindset shifts. So last week, I introduced our topic or our theme topic for the month of October, which is a question that is often asked and sometimes not given the attention that it deserves. I'm talking about techniques we can use to manage stress. If you missed last week's video, I will highly recommend I will put the link in the bio so you can go in and watch back, see what we discussed last week, because we introduced the technique of reframing and its benefits and how we can apply in our everyday lives. This week, it's a new week, and I will introduce number 2, which is visualization. And as the name suggests, visualization is the presentation of something. It could be an object, it could be a situation as an image. So you visualize it, you see it in the future. It's more like a future thing. So how does visualization help manage the management of stress? So whenever we get stressed, our minds, they get pressured. And ultimately, it affects everything we're doing. If not all, everything that you're doing, they just get affected. So with visualization, we get relaxed and start asking, I will start imagining the answers to our problem or the situation that is stressing us. And then sometimes we even picture ourselves far away from that situation. So I'm stressed over something. I decided, like, you know what? I don't want to be associated with that. So I distance myself from that situation and step out of that current mood, because we know that when we are stressed, moods such as being angry or moods of fear, sadness, irritability, they all come to you. So you're not in that positive mood. So when you distance yourself from that, you distance yourself from all those moods. So when in the visualization state, you are eliminating the pressure, as we mentioned before, because you get a lot of pressure. So you eliminate the pressure because you're seeing yourself solve that problem, or maybe you have distanced yourself from that situation. So you're in a much more happier place. And by the time you're done with the exercise of visualization, you realize that the stress levels have greatly gone down. It is an exercise that I practice every day, and I know it does work. So with visualization, you create a mental state that you want to achieve. Like you can imagine yourself talking, like maybe in a conversation with somebody, and instead of arguing with that person, you see yourself in a calm state. So you visualize that situation even before it occurs. I know one might say, hold back, Jane, this looks like daydreaming. But it's not. With daydreaming, we just have thoughts that come in our head. But with visualization, you start by having a goal. We all know what a goal is in your head. And then you visualize that goal, and then you go ahead and plan how you will reach that goal. So the difference between daydreaming and visualization is the goal. There is a goal that is involved there. And then how you can practice visualization is number 1, be specific. For instance, if you're about to make a presentation, instead of picturing yourself, as in that presentation and the shareholders or the whoever who is your crowd or your audience is clapping and applauding for you, I want you to narrow things down. Start from that moment you receive the information. You're told, what, Jenny, you are going to make a presentation to this certain group. So now I want you to start from there. After you got that information, what stages did you go through? And the more you visualize these things, the more you're writing them down, and the more you get that blueprint, like a clear picture in your head. So you're able to see how you started until where you reached. The other thing is be emotional. Yes, I love the point of emotional in everything that I do. Because when you are being emotional, you're involving all your senses. So you paint a picture in your head. What will it look like? What will it taste like? What will it smell like? How will it feel like, sound like? So you have all this. So I'm about to make a presentation. How is it going to look like? How is it going to taste like? How is it going to smell like? And how is it going to feel like or sound like? So using our emotions makes us become more powerful, because when I make that blueprint for myself and I'm using all my emotions, it makes me feel more powerful and involved. It makes me feel like the owner of this presentation. And then number 3, make it a habit. While we may have the intention of having a good day or having a great day in the morning, we always say we have positive affirmations, but sometimes things, they don't go as we plan. Things, they just go sideways. So instead of ruminating, you take the pause, just take a pause and then start visualizing. You can make it a once a day habit, like I do, or you can make it as frequent as you please. There is no limitation to this. So by visualization, you get to tap your resources, your resourceful state of mind. And most of the time, people, they come out there with solutions. As I've mentioned before, when you're doing visualization, sometimes you might choose to think about the solutions that you can have in your current situation. So instead of wasting time ruminating over something, how about you visualize and you start coming up with solutions for that problem? So it helps improve your abilities. The second thing, it also enhances your motivation, because by being specific and engaging your senses, you have the mental blueprint already. So as you mentioned before going to that, or before visualizing that presentation and seeing everybody clapping for you, how about you go and take it a notch down, be specific, have the step-by-step guide. So by having that mental guide, you have the mental blueprint. So it motivates you to even take the action and go ahead and do it. And then the other one is, as you can see, is that stress does not have to be unresourceful. Rather, we can utilize stress and make something better out of it, or become resourceful through the visualization process. So when you're stressed, most of the time, we waste a lot of time sitting in that corner thinking about what happened, what should have happened. We keep ruminating over things. Instead, if you decide to do the visualization process, you move from that unresourceful state, you start thinking of ways you can make this better. If it's something that has happened, how about you think of what you learned from that situation, and then after that you promise yourself you're going to apply that next time. If it's something that is about to happen, how about visualizing how you can make that situation better? So instead of thinking, oh my god, you're going to hate my presentation, how about thinking, what can I do to make that presentation good? Or what can I do to make my discussion with so and so better? What can I do to make sure that when I'm having that conversation, we are not going to be arguing? It's going to be a conversation, because that's what I want. I don't want to have that argument and it's stressing me. What can I do that when I go and talk to my manager, I'm not going to feel like I'm worthless or something like that? What is the question that you're supposed to ask yourself, instead of sitting in that corner and waiting for bad things to happen, stressing yourself over things that don't even make sense? So finally, as I conclude, I would like to state that there's no limit to the thoughts so you should get when you're doing the visualization. The thoughts are yours. Nobody's taking the remote and telling you, stop there. No, it is you to control what comes in your mind. What are you visualizing? Do you want to have small, like if you're doing solutions, what type of solutions are you looking for? So as you're the director of that, of your thoughts, you decide how far you go and how near you come. So I always ask my clients or anybody I have conversation with, if I am the director of my thoughts, why should I not go wild? When I'm doing the visualization, why should I just stop at doing a presentation and they upload at me? Why not see myself leading that project? Why not see my bank account growing fatter because I'm leading the project and I'm making good money? Why not go beyond that? As the director, I have the choice to decide where I want to stop. And that's the same thing I want you to remember when you're having these thoughts, when you're doing the visualization. Don't just be too small, or don't just limit yourself. I want you to go wild and beyond, right? So that brings me to the end of my video today. Let me know your thoughts through a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You can also leave a comment behind. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to my channel to always receive content notifications. Remember, you are the director of your thoughts. I will see you next week with technique number 3 on how to manage stress. Have a wonderful day or week, or from where you are. Coach Jane for you here. Bye.